After 5 days of girls basketball, it's time for the boys to take center stage. It is the Class 1A Florida State High School semifinals between the Tigers of Chipley and the Panthers of West Gadsden. I'm Kelton F. along with Clarice Garcia. We'll be evaluating this game. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the young men from Chipley, they'll be starting a 6'2 senior, averaging 18.7 points per ball game, Cameron Dozier. A 6'5 senior, averaging 18.9 points a ball game, Alex Hamilton. A 5'11 sophomore, averaging 7.1 points per ball game, Kobe McCrary. A 5'11 senior, averaging 7.1 points per ball game, Ryan McIntyre. And a 5'11 senior, averaging 3.9 points per ball game, Emmanuel Gadsen. Now, for the West Gadsden Panthers, a 6'4 sophomore, averaging 8.7 points per ball game, Marquise Brown. A 6'1 junior, averaging 17.1, Brandon Shingles. A 6' junior, averaging 9.7, Cherise Fitzgerald. A 5'9 junior, averaging 4.5 points a ball game, Patrick Gilliard. And a 6'3 senior, averaging 8.8 points per ball game, Willie Holmes. Those are your starters as the Panthers and the Tigers get ready to battle here in the first game of this week-long tournament series. Remember, you can buy DVDs and order them right here online. Just go to FHSAAsports.com and you can find yourself a DVD of this broadcast and anything more that we have all week long. Kelly Neff along with Clarice Garcia, and we'll get to you in a moment, Coach, as the ball game gets underway. Hey, welcome to boys basketball.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure, as always.
Here's the jump shot right off the bat that will not fall for the Panthers. Wearing black balls, kicked, it'll go out of bounds. It's kind of different, you being a girls coach and all, huh?
I was going to say, it's a joy to change it up a little bit. Sometimes to change the monotony of your routine is outstanding.
Here is West Gadsden, the Panthers in the black, going from our left to our right, working for an open shot against the Chipley defense. At the point guard position is Cherise Fitzgerald. And we have a collision and a blocking foul called against Kobe McCrary. Well, except for the rules and the actual points scored, the X's and O's really kind of stay the same for boys and girls, don't they?
They do, and sometimes you find it a little bit more of a fast-paced, aggressive game, but obviously still should be fundamentally sound.
Ball far side. Of course, you get to this level, and you've got yourself the best teams in the state.
Absolutely.
Three-point attempt, good. That time, the first one taken by Brandon Shingles.
And this game's definitely going to be interesting because we have two teams with two scorers that average. One averages 17, and that's Brandon Shingles for West Gadsden, and Cameron Dozier, who averages about 21 points a game. So it's a battle of the scorers possibly in this game.
Mm-hmm. Well, the ball's stuck between the rim and the backboard, so with the arrow pointed towards Chipley, the Tigers will play it in. Tigers averaging as a team 67.2 points a ball game, giving up 50.3, a scoring margin of a plus 16.9. West Gadsden averaging 68.9 points a ball game, offensively giving up only 44.5, a scoring margin of a plus 23.4. Three-pointer shot way too hard. Rebound to Fitzgerald. Fast break, and the ball blocked from behind. Will put right back up and through by Willie Holmes.
Great defensive play there. I know he missed a shot in the corner, but to be able to sprint back from that spot on the court to come back and deflect a shot like that without fouling this early in the game is key. Keep him on the court to score.
Yep, and get that hustle level up there a little bit. Ball to the far side. This is Alex Hamilton, and he travels with it.
I wonder if he packed bags for that trip.
Huh. Joel Orlando, the Chipley coach. Andrew Moten, the West Gadsden coach. Both of them getting their teams here with a minimal, I won't say a minimal amount of effort, but at least not very challenged. We'll take a look at their regional and district scores as the ball's tipped out of bounds. They are kind of trying to fast break. Both of them are kind of trying to do that. And even when they don't get the fast break, the ball movement has been pretty good.
It has been. And the players on both sides of the court definitely need to continue to get open for each other because playing the passing lanes, I'm sure, is a point of emphasis for both teams.
Ball to the baseline. A feed right back out. They had an open three, decided to drive instead. And a whistle on the drive. And we'll have our first free throws of the game.
And he did a very good job of drawing contact on that. I don't think they needed to foul there. You know, they kind of bailed him out on that. Now he has an opportunity to score when the clock is stopped.
This is Emmanuel Betson. Of the 5 starters, he has the lowest point per game scoring average at 3.9. Betson, as you can see, our overhead camera puts the first free throw in.
And West Gadsen jumping out to a very quick start with a score of 6-0.
Yeah, they've got themselves a good cushion so far.
But the good thing about basketball is that it is a game of runs, and Chipley just needs to understand, okay, they scored this first 6. Now we need to get stops and put points on the board.
Second free throw, and it is good. So Fitzgerald hits them both, and it is a 7-0 advantage. A lot to be said about getting out of the shoots early like this. And there's a reaching in foul called against Patrick Gilliard.
And that's definitely one of those calls that the ref has to make because everyone in the gym is staring at what's going on when the ball handler has it in the open court like that.
Now, speaking of that, there's a fairly good-sized crowd for an early Tuesday morning game.
You are very correct.
Here's
very emphatic and enthusiastic.
Yes.
I can feel the energy in here. We got cheerleaders from both teams. It's just a great atmosphere for basketball today.
Weak side rebound taken right back out of the pack. Ball near side on a pass out near center line. Alex Hamilton controls the ball on offense. Makes a move. Pumps one up. Left-hander just barely misses. Rebound. Shot or a move inside and the ball's lost by Chipley.
Trying to very much make some generate some offense for his team. Not sure that was the best way to do it. He had a lot of people open since they all collapsed.
Here's the ball knocked out of bounds. Defensive play by Tyrone Sharp. Sharp had checked into the game, a 6-foot freshman, averaging 7.8 points a ball game off the bench for Coach Orlando. They clear things out on the weak side. Shot doesn't reach the rim. Rebound, now a move to the hoop, wide open, shots up and through.
Great offensive rebound, and that's exactly what you don't want to happen when a team is able to get an offensive rebound. You don't want them to be able to score off of second chance opportunities.
Coach Orlando wondering whether he needs to take a timeout at this point. Jump shot, shot too hard, tip in good. Hamilton with the bucket and Chipley's on the board.
It was a matter of time because this team is very efficient with its scoring when they work the ball around.
It's a deep three that won't fall. Dozier on the rebound. They had the numbers at first, but now they don't, so they pump up a long-range jump shot, and Hamilton hits it. Well, here come the Tigers right back, storming back.
Now they're gaining that confidence. Once you put some points on the board, you take a sigh of relief, and you can get into the game a little bit easier.
A little defensive pressure at midcourt. Here's Shingles. Shingles setting a screen, jump pass inside, and a shot will not go. Tip for the rebound. It goes to West Gadsden, and the shot is good.
That's a very nice fundamental one dribble pull-up.
That's Willie Holmes. He had 6 points already. He only averages just a shade under 9 for a game. And Chipley calls a timeout. Neither of these teams, Coach, are really used to being here. West Gadsden has never been in the finals. They're going to gun it for a spot now. Chipley was the 2A runner-up way back in 1989 when they lost to Bowles 79-67. So none of these players have been on a stage this big throughout their high school careers. It's a big, big thrill for them.
It is, and it's a great opportunity for both programs. I know both coaches heart, playing on the big stage, playing in the big game, and this is any man's game, and, a win here puts you in the championship game.
And we do have the two teams huddling up after the timeout was called because there was a double team in the front court. Chipley actually started their season like they weren't going to be here. They started out 2-3 on the year with losses to Chakawachi 64-58, Niceville 53-45, and Holmes County 81-75. They were able to avenge the losses to Niceville and Holmes County the rest of the season, but they came in the second week of the season with a 2-3 record. There's a jump shot that won't fall, and on the rebound, the ball goes out of bounds, and West Gadsden will play it in. Panthers going from our left to our right. They're in black, Chipley in white. Shooting percentages early on, 28.6% for Chipley, 44.4% for West Gadsden.
And we saw this a lot on the girls' side as well, but Chipley's really been forced outside. 5 of their 7 field goal attempts have been from the three-point line, and going 1 for 5 from the three-point line this early is not so efficient for them.
West Gadsden is going to be going to lose the ball on their turnover. These are, obviously Class 1A, Coach, they're the smaller towns. Chipley is a very small town, as is Greensboro, where West Gadsden is from. But I'll tell you, it looks like a good chunk of the town came here today.
It is, and that's what's so amazing is that when you can play that hard and really spark interest in the community, then you get that following, and it creates an environment like this. And as a player, you really feed off that energy, and it's so much fun when you have a town and a community to support you and surround you.
I grew up in a town of 70,000. How big was your hometown?
Oh man, not that big at all.
Okay.
I grew up out in the country, so that's probably why I like being a inner city girl now.
So you're used to having the whole town supporting you from a standpoint of percentage-wise, everybody in town getting behind you.
Well, yeah, more so up north because I played basketball up north, and for some reason it generates a whole heck of a lot of fans up there. Maybe because they have nothing better to do. Down here we find that it's 70 degrees in February, and for those listening up north, I'm sorry to brag about it, but it is pretty nice out today.
Yeah, got a lot of beaches, you got Disney, you got Universal, you got everything around here. 5 rebounds apiece for West Gadsden and Chipley. And the turnovers, there really haven't been a whole lot of turnovers at all in this ball game, but I think we're going to see a few, and we're going to see one right there as Chipley throws it away.
Spoke a little too soon there.
Chipley trying to get the ball into the front court. This is an opportunity.
I think he could have jumped a little higher.
I couldn't have, that's for sure.
He was at least 3 feet off the ground, it seemed.
Right in front of us. Ball's going to be played in by Willie Holmes. As soon as the official decides Willie needs the ball, ball goes into the backcourt to Fitzgerald. Kelly Neff along with Clarice Garcia, head women's basketball coach at Palm Beach Atlantic University. That's a drive, and we have a collision. And we have a blocking foul called against Chipley.
And those are definitely questionable calls occasionally. And one of the differences between the college and high school game is that they've introduced the restricted area arc. Right. And you see it in the pros. You see it in the college level now, but you don't see it in the high school. So it will be interesting to see if they migrate that and introduce it at the high school level.
There's Fitzgerald. This is Fitzgerald on the line. 12-5 is the score. Just under 4 minutes left to play in this first period. Fitzgerald has already put in 3 free throws in this game. He's a long time at the free throw line.
And that's been the difference. This is their third trip to the free throw line, whereas Chipley has yet to touch the charity stripe.
13-5. 8-point lead and backcourt pressure being applied by the Panthers. But the Tigers break it. They drive, and we have a jump ball. Nice play reaching in. Charis Fitzgerald.
That was a great defensive play there. You expose the ball to a defender like that, and he surely should get his hands on that to create a jump ball, and unfavorable for the offense there.
Chipley will apply some backcourt pressure themselves. In that backcourt, it is Patrick Gilliard. Gilliard being defended by Ryan McIntyre, brings the ball across the line, gets it to the right side, and we have a travel. West Gadsden turns it over.
That was great defensive rotations there, being able to get in place before he could turn his head, created him to force him into that turnover.
It's hard for coaches to instill a good defensive mentality because everyone likes to play offense.
They do, and one of the first things a kid will do when they get in the gym is just pick up a basketball and start shooting. And I know when I do my camps, for the first hour, we don't touch a basketball. I'm like, there are so many more things to basketball than shooting.
Rebound to Willie Holmes. Into the front court quickly. Come the Panthers of West Gadsden. They get the ball down low and they score. Coming up with it is Marquise Brown with his first bucket of the ball game.
And that's one thing you want to be able to do is be able to get quick offense and then go be able to set up in your defense down on the other end where they weren't able to do that down there. You score down here, you're excited about it, but you still have to go back and play defense or else they're going to get easy transition points like that. McCrary
on the bucket. He'll get a chance for a three-point play. Charis Fitzgerald with the personal foul. And McCrary, who averages 7.1 points per ball game. will be able to complete the three-point play. 15-8, just under 3 minutes left to go, first period. In the front court, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald at the top of the key, uses a screen, shoots off that screen and banks it in.
That is absolutely something I appreciate that guards can do when they can take a dribble, shoot behind that screen, because it makes it very hard to guard when you can have a guard that can shoot behind screens like that.
Here's a drive to the basket, and the foul is going to be called as Alex Hamilton got the dribble penetration. And the foul is going to be whistled against Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's second personal foul. And to the line goes Hamilton.
And Alex Hamilton, quite highly touted in the state of Florida, signed with Louisiana Tech, so he will be playing his college ball there. Talk about a prolific scorer, 32 points in the district championship game.
Wow.
So we know he can put points up. He obviously averages good numbers, so it'll be interesting to see what the defense will do to counter that type of scoring.
This young man you see on your screen has 5 of their 8 points already, and his total will not increase as he misses both free throws. Here's West Gadsden, and the ball's tipped at midcourt.
Oh.
Taken, though, by the Panthers.
And that's just a body control foul there. You know, you need to be able to stay on your feet, not push into him, because you don't need to pick up a foul there.
That will be the second foul on Kobe McCrary. Only team foul number 4. So West Gadsden will play it in. Lots of ball games today. You can get them all right here. Florida High School Athletic Association Network. We'll have games at noon, 2:30, 4:30, 7 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. All the semifinals and all the finals. Trying to find an opening. Ball stripped away, and I'm not so sure. Marcus Brown thought he had all ball, so did I.
Coming from a coach, I'm really going to try not to talk about the officiating, but that definitely, in my opinion, was a questionable call.
Yep.
I think that was good defense there. But again, they're not paying me to do that. So.
No, that's true. That's Tyrone Sharp on the foul. I said it was Brown, but it was Sharp. And to the free throw line goes Willie Holmes, and he misses the first free throw.
And we talked a little bit last week about, players who have never played in an arena like this have a little bit of an issue. As you can see, the backboard is clear. So seeing that depth perception difference from a high school gym as opposed to an arena kind of creates the illusion that it is further away. So some may try to alter their shot and have a difficulty with their percentage.
Holmes on the free throw, and it is good. They don't get a chance to practice in here either,
and they don't know. Now that they've changed the classifications in the state of Florida from 6A to 1 through 8A, it's hard to get teams gym time. And so I know on the girls' side, they had to go elsewhere to shoot. And, you can shoot at different baskets, but there's a difference between being in the gym, being able to get a feel for the rims. Foul
on Gilliard. That will be his second. 5 team fouls called on West Gadsden, who's had as much as a 10-point lead and could get one even larger. Next possession, they lead by 9. Here's Chipley. Chipley on the wing near side. Move to the hoop. Back out for a three-pointer. It's off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound taken by McIntyre. McIntyre brings the ball back outside, and the Tigers reset the offense. In the lane. Nice move, but the shot won't fall. Rebound by Barium. Barium will.
He did so well trying to avoid the defense. He got himself entirely too off balance there to put up a high percentage shot. And
Andrew Moulton calls timeout for West Gadsden. Kelly Neff along with Clarice Garcia. We mentioned the other times of the games coming up. The other 1A semifinal is Hawthorne against Union County, and then the 2 winners will meet for the Class 1A final tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Then at 2:30, FAMU against Orlando Christian Prep. Orlando Christian Prep obviously from Orlando. FAMU from Tallahassee. Those 2 will meet at 2:30 with the other Class 2A semifinal at 4:30. Grandview Prep against the Catholic team from Hialeah, Champaign. And then tonight, the 3A semifinals. But if you want a DVD of this broadcast, all you have to do is go to FHSAAsports.com, and they'll tell you exactly how to do it, and you can order a DVD of this semifinal as well.
And it's quite an easy process, and you just are able to archive it for life. Remember this moment.
West Gadsden is going to turn the ball over for the third time. Coming in the ball game, once again, Brandon Shingles. And here's the inbounds, and we're ready to go again. 19-8, an 11-point lead for West Gadsden.
And West Gadsden doing a really good job of taking time off the game clock, forcing them into quick shots. But if you don't get back on defense like that, that's exactly what happens. You get quick points.
Little bumping going on, but Tyrone Sharp is able to keep his composure and make the basket, making it 19-10. There's a drive of the baseline and a basket.
And Chipley there tried to trap, but there wasn't the quick enough defensive rotation.
Holmes with the steal. Here comes the Panther offense again. And a foul call on the drive on Alex Hamilton. Well, when are we going to see our first slam dunk? I thought we were going to see one right there.
I was very excited. I thought we were at the All-Star game, which actually just took place in Orlando this past weekend.
Yeah, it was a little bit crowded in downtown Orlando on Sunday on the free throw line. This is Cheris Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald averaging 9.7. Misses a chance to get his 8th point of this game.
Yeah, and we have seen a lot of missed free throws, and on both sides of the court, you don't want to see it come down to a situation where you're going to need them, and should have made them when you can while the clock is stopped.
Fitzgerald with his 2nd free throw attempt. Boy, he concentrates a lot before he puts that thing up. And he gets this one to fall through.
Tried to make it exciting for the crowd. Why not?
12-point lead now. This is the largest lead of the game for West Gadsden.
And with 33 seconds left in the first quarter, it'll be good for Chipley to be able to put some extra points up on the board, cut this lead down a little.
Here's a drive and a shovel shot that won't be good. Rebound taken by West Gadsden. They got a chance to wrap up a 24-point quarter if they can score here. Here's a travel.
And he did. I know he doesn't think he did, but he did. A lot of times when you don't anticipate a defender coming in at you, you kind of move your feet beforehand. You don't anticipate that.
Yep, here's the 5th turnover of the ball game for the Panthers. And Chipley will play the ball in. Cameron Dozier out between the circles. Only a few seconds left. I'm not sure they even understand how much time's left. The ball's going to be taken by West Gadsden. They're going to shoot and not be able to score. And that's the end of the first period.
In dramatic fashion, they almost got that to fall.
22-10 in favor of the Panthers of West Gadsden. Second quarter is coming up.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Chipley at the beginning of the season was 2-3, but that's not the case for West Gadsden. They started their season 11-0 before losing a game to Columbia of Lake City, 65-53, but then won 10 more in a row before losing to Sewanee of Live Oak, 64-57. They've won 6 in a row since then. Chipley is working on a 22-game winning streak. Here come the Tigers out on the court. Here come the Panthers out of their huddle. Shooting percentages at the end of the first period. Chipley 4 of 14 for 28.6%. West Gadsden 7 of 12 for 58.3%. West Gadsden is 2 of 4 from three-point range, while Chipley is only 1 out of 7. 6 of 8 free throws for West Gadsden, 1 of 3 for Chipley. Rebounding totals, 6 for 6 for Chipley and 10 for West Gadsden.
And although Chipley has experienced a 22-game win streak, they are used to overcoming deficits. They had to overcome a 10-point deficit to be able to come back and win. And actually Ryan McIntyre is another scorer for them that was able to help them with that, with jumpers and defensive possessions.
Here's a foul underneath the basket. This one going against Chipley. It'll be on number 12, Tyrone Sharp. That is foul number 2 for him, and it's already in the bonus for West Gadsden. Well, let's see, the rest of our crew is here. Mike Rideout, Marty Paulman. They'll be alternating games with yours truly throughout the course of the day. Marquise Brown to shoot a 1-on-1 free throw. His first one, actually it's a 2-shot free throw. His first one's no good. And the second free throw by the 6'4" sophomore. They only started 1 senior. Chipley started 4. But it's been West Gadsden since the opening gun, because they've opened up a 9-point lead. Second free throw, no good as well. And here comes Alex Hamilton on the rebound. Into the front court quickly. Shot will go through as Sharp scores again.
I think he was thinking about those missed free throws because he hesitated for a second and didn't sprint right back on defense.
In the front court.
It's now a 7-point game.
There's a shot up and through. Boy, he got up in the air high on that one. That is Kayon Walker with his first 2 points. 24-15. Chipley breaking that press, getting the ball across the line, into the corner, back outside, a drive off balance, and a travel call.
And we've seen a couple of those already in this game.
Chipley with 5 turnovers. 5 for West Gadsden, 6 for Chipley. Again, backcourt pressure.
You know, and if you are going to turn the ball over, it needs to be an aggressive turnover, not controllable ones.
Ball top of the key. And back out to reset the offense. Kelly Neff along with Clarice Garcia. This is the first game of the boys state basketball tournament. 8 classes this year. 24 games over the course of the next few days. Basketball junkie would love being here. Tuesday through Saturday. Good Chipley defense. 3-pointer won't fall. Rebound, and here comes Sharp into the front court.
And with no shot clock, that's definitely not a high percentage shot. You know, you're not forced to shoot it given a time allotment. So, you know, maybe working it around, getting a better opportunity would be more advantageous for them on offense.
Here's Chipley. Nice move to the left, double team, and a feed back outside. Cameron Dozier on the offense, feeds it underneath, and a foul is going to be called. This one will be against Marquise Brown, his second of the game.
And this getting them to the line has been good because they have yet to get to the line this half.
A 5-2 run in the second period for Chipley. And to the line goes Kobe McCrary. And he makes the first one. McCrary with 4 points on the day. Chips away at that lead.
And they need every point they can get.
They do at this point.
To continue to chip away at it.
8-point deficit right now. McCrary will make them both. Then fall back into defensive mode. Trying to bring the ball across the timeline to see West Gadsden. They feed it underneath. Shot won't go. Rebound out of the pack comes Chipley again.
As he shot that, it looked like he was trying to figure out if he was going to just shoot it over or bank it in, and he ended up shooting in the middle. So
tip up off the miss is no good. Fast break rebound. Here's our first slam of the day.
And that right there is what you do not see in the girls' game that I so enjoy.
26-17. 4 points for Marquise Brown. Here's another steal. And here's a ball blocked from behind. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Great block there by Hamilton. He said, you know what? You are not scoring again and that quickly in this game.
Ball will be played into Chipley. A 12-point lead for West Gadsden. Panthers used to playing pretty good defense. They have held their opponents to 30 points or less 5 times this year. They probably won't do that today, but they certainly have the capability to do it. Ball far side to Betson. Top of the key around the perimeter. There's a bumping foul called against Kirsten Hinson.
You know, and West Gadsden's doing a very good job of playing the passing lanes, getting to the prevent the penetration. They can't foul like that, though.
That is 16 fouls. Alex Hamilton will play it in. Hamilton on the near sidelines. The first Class 1A semifinal of the day. Between the circles, it is Emmanuel Betson. Betson holding the ball. Looking inside. Facing the basket, but losing it on the dribble. And Chipley turns it over.
That was a great use of an overloading the zone. Oh, I think he stepped first.
They're going to call the block on this one? Yes, they are. Cameron Dozier with his first.
He's right. He was moving his feet, apparently.
On the free throw line goes West Gadsden again. This will be Kion Walker. And the left-hander will make the first one.
We have a couple left-handers out there, if you notice their shooting techniques.
You know, at Palm Beach Atlanta, you like playing women's, men's doubleheaders?
I'm sorry.
You play women's, men's double.
We do, yes, occasionally. Not as many as we'd like because we're not in a conference. Once we get into a conference, we'll see more of those. But it always is good to have that support on the same night for both of our programs.
Second free throw's no good. So you see your share of men's basketball.
I do.
Ball in the front court. They break the press. Layup is good. McCrary with the bucket. McCrary's already at his season scoring average. It's an 8-point ball game again at 27-19. We're approaching the 4-minute mark of quarter number 2. Ball down low, double team, back out on the wing, and they bring it back out.
And they're really forcing them to extend the defense for that reason.
Ball stolen away by Betson. And a whistle.
If his arm would not have been held, that would have been a fast break potential dunk on the other end.
That foul will be on, let's see, that will be on Holmes. That'll be his first. And Cameron Dozier will be on the, this will be Emmanuel Betson on the line.
And these are crucial free throws because making both of these three free throws puts it in a 2-possession game with about almost 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
There'll be a timeout after the free throws, provided he makes the second one. And he'll get an opportunity to do just that as Betson becomes the 4th Tiger to score. Still a 10-5 advantage in this quarter for Chipley.
And as a coach, pending he makes this one, I would call timeout, get my team to realize, okay, it now is a 2-possession game. We need to focus, get this stop, and then get this score, cut it down even further.
And Betson will make the second one as there is a timeout on the floor. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the second period. 27-21 is the score in favor of West Gadsden. We're talking about the games coming up later today. The 2A semifinals begin at 2:30 with FAMU against Orlando Christian Prep. The other semifinal will be at 4:30 with Grandview Prep of Boca Raton going up against Champaign-Young. Champaign-Young from Hialeah. And tonight in the Class 3A semifinals, it'll be Providence against Tampa Prep, and then Shorecrest Prep against Sagemont. So that will complete the first day of basketball. Galena, along with Clarice Garcia. Well, this is a bit more fast-paced than some games you'll see, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. Well, apparently the next game as well with Hawthorne and Union County, they are predicting that it will be an action-packed contest as both teams love to fast break and play full-court pressure. So it'll be interesting to see how that pace will be in comparison to this game, and then ultimately the winner of this one facing the winner of that one to see how that action will look in the championship game.
Fans sure love to see the fast-paced game. Players like to play the fast-paced game. Sometimes, if you have the right athletes, coaches like it, but most of the time you'd like to be a little more methodical, wouldn't you?
You do, and you know what? I always tell my players, the best offense is to play defense first, and then you just have to transition. So getting your players to grasp that and understand that is very crucial. And here, being able to get the ball up the court is going to be helpful for them. Ooh.
And the ball lost out of bounds near side.
I am glad that was not my laptop.
A little crashing sitting here courtside, a little crashing going on occasionally. Shooting percentage is 36.8 for Chipley. West Gadsden is up to 52.9%. Rebounding totals 11 for West Gadsden, 12 for Chipley. Ball lost out of bounds. West Gadsden, with 6 turnovers now. Turnaround jump shot won't go. Rebound to the black-clad Panthers of West Gadsden.
And Chipley now doing a much better job. The last time we had stats at the minute mark in over the head pass. Speaking of turnovers, but they've been doing a really good job. They've only had 3 since the last time we were updated with stats.
A little bit too high up there. Inbounds to Tyrone Sharp.
Sometimes you just get so excited you see your teammate open, you just want to get them the ball. And
well, the way these guys can leap, the higher you throw it, the better, I think. Ball into the corner. Back near side. Chipley faking the 3. Into the corner, they'll take the 3. It'll be good. Hamilton with the bucket. And it's a 3-point game and could be less because West Gadsden has just turned it over.
And although that's a contested 3, that's a confident 3.
Still a great quarter. 14-3, Chipley in this quarter. And they're going to play the ball in on the baseline, apparently. Right underneath the basket. Chipley will inbound. Pretty good comeback after being down by as many as 12.
And they now have an opportunity with a 3 to tie the game.
Here's Dozier directing the offense from the point guard position.
But the good thing is that they need to settle the offense. It looks like they are trying to be patient, work the ball around, get the defense to shift, and get a good shot up.
A drive to the basket results in a foul, which will send Kobe McCrary to the free throw line. Foul will be whistled against West Gadsden. That will be Kelvin Martin. He had checked into the game recently, a 6'3" junior. And to the line goes McCrary.
And as a captain, I know it is still only the first half. You need to keep him on the court because he does have that leadership. So keep him out of foul trouble will be key.
And he misses the free throw for the first time today. He was 3 out of 3. And as he tries to clear the ball, he is fouled, and Keon Walker commits his first.
And coming up with that offensive rebound enabled them to draw a foul, which gives them another opportunity to score here.
McCrary, the only underclassman in that starting lineup, the 5'11" sophomore. Misses again.
Free throws, they're so crucial in close games like this.
In the front court, here comes West Gadsden. And they get the ball into the lane and dump it back out into the corner. 3-point field goal.
And in the same spot, we saw 2 contested 3s that swished right in.
Well, that gives the Panthers a little bit of breathing room. It's 30-24. Approaching the 2-minute mark of quarter number 2.
And those free throws are so pivotal because that's 4 points right now that you miss out on, and you would be leading right now, but then you don't make the free throws and you miss and the other team makes the 3.
Here's a feed underneath, and the shot is good. Banking it in is Tyrone Sharp.
Willed his way in there.
Sharp with 9. And it's back to a 4-point ball game. Here comes West Gadsden, the ball stolen away. Chipley on the attack. Oh my goodness, a behind the back dribble and a layup by Sharp.
4 straight points right there with a turnover. They really have the momentum here.
And here's Chipley for the 3. It's in.
And I would call a timeout. Yes.
Wow. How about a 7-point swing that fast, Coach? Man, a 1-point lead for Chipley. That was exciting.
That was, I'm on the edge of my seat, are you?
Yeah, 7-point swing in probably 30 seconds or less. My goodness. That three-pointer, you see Gadsen after that three-pointer, he about jumped to the ceiling. Wow.
Sharp coming in now, and he leads all scorers with 11.
My goodness. 31-30. It's a 21-8 run in this quarter by Chipley. That really pricked me up, I'll tell you. That 7-point run like that was exciting.
They really look like a different team from the team that started at tip-off right now. They look confident, they look motivated, they have that passion, and they are having the correct fundamental execution of fundamentals.
Chipley was in the Final Four 9 years ago. That's the most recent time they've made the semifinals. As a school, they were also here in 88, 89, and 91. And as we mentioned, in 89, they finished in second place. But the crowd, you can still, you could feel the momentum in the air.
You can, and Chipley, Chipley is no stranger to success. They've 7 times they've been the conference champions, 17 times they've been district champions, 9 times they've been regional champions, 3 times they've been sectional champs. They've been to the Sweet 16 10 times, so they know, they know how to do it. But winning this game would be huge for this program, as you've said before. No one in this program has done it.
Chipley shooting 45.8%. There's another turnover. Here comes Chipley with the breakaway layup. Rebound shot is good.
And this looks like this was their original game plan, but up until this point, they hadn't been executing it.
33-30. Chipley with the lead. There's a bumping foul under the basket. This will be called against Josh Myers.
And Josh right there really did not need to jump on that. If he would have stood his ground, potentially fell, it might have been called as a charge.
Myers, part of the Chipley football team that won the state championship this school year. Now they'll get a little breather as there'll be free throws attempted. This will be Willie Holmes. And he leaves the first one short.
We've seen about 3 or 4 of those free throws just hit the very front of the rim.
As he gets ready for free throw number 2. Holmes is already over his season scoring average. The leading scorer is Shingles, but he only has 6 points. It's an exciting 6 points. He made 2 3-pointers. Second free throw's good.
And as a basketball player, you've shot a million free throws, and so you just have to trust the form, trust the technique, trust what you've done, and just execute that.
Ball in midcourt is lost out of bounds. This time, Chipley turns it over.
And that foul there, although it doesn't seem like it's costly, it really is a momentum killer. And right there you see that, they scored a point, they've gotten the ball back, it's their jump ball, 50, almost 51 seconds left in the game. It's a crucial, pivotal point.
Here's the inbounds. As the West Gadsden Panthers can theoretically take the lead here. Ball near side, outside of 3-point range. They almost lose the handle, but they save it from going out of bounds. Then turn it over again. Lots of turnovers in the last couple of minutes for the Panthers.
Absolutely, and now this puts Chipley in a very good position to extend this lead.
There's a runner and a layup, no good. Offensive rebound, putback is good.
And the Chipley fans are so excited right now. This is the team they know and love and recognize.
And a turnover again, and Chipley can take a pretty good-sized lead into the locker room at halftime.
Absolutely.
Man, we were down by 12. It's been a 16-point turnaround.
It is potentially extended. It's right now a 2-possession game. They could extend it now into a 3-possession game, pending a 2 or 3.
Just 17 seconds left to go. Ball out by the center line.
One thing you don't want to do here is turn the ball over and get it, Gadsen with a quick bucket.
Now Chipley has used 10 players already in the game. Now to the lane. They throw that one up there, won't go. Tip up is no good. That's the end of the first half. What an exciting first half it's been. 35-31.
And this is why we love basketball.
Man, Chipley all of a sudden came to life with a 25-point quarter and held West Gadsden to 9 points. So we're at halftime, 35-31. Chipley has the lead over West Gadsden. We'll take a break. Second half is coming up next.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Well, Chipley must have been very pleased with what it did in the second period. Their whole team only spent about a minute in the locker room. They had a 25-point quarter coming back from a 12-point deficit to lead 35-31. Let's take a look at the halftime stats for West Gadsden. 10 of 18 shooting for 56%, while Chipley is 13 of 29 for 45%. 3 of 6 in three-point field goal attempts for West Gadsden. And 4 out of 11 is all for Chipley. 8 of 14 for West Gadsden and free throws, 5 of 9 for Chipley. Chipley has more assists at 6-4. West Gadsden has more turnovers at 13-10. 13 rebounds for West Gadsden, with 9 of those coming on the defensive end. 15 rebounds for Chipley, with a total of 9 of them on the offensive boards. 15 total rebounds, 7 of them by Alex Hamilton. Kelly Neff along with Clarice Garcia. We need a little break there in the halftime too, didn't we?
Man, that was a fast-paced game. But one of the interesting thing is that coming into the game, we knew we had 2 prolific scorers. Brandon Shingles for West Gadsen at 17 points a game, and Dozer with 21. But interestingly enough, Shingles only has 6 points, and Dozer has 0 points right now. And so that definitely has been a factor. But the good thing for Chipley is that they've had Hamilton step up with 10 points and Sharp step up with 11 points.
And if you want a DVD of this broadcast, just go to FHSAA sports.com and you can make your order. There's a turnover as Chipley really picked it up a lot in that second period and forced a number of turnovers. And here's their first one, forcing for their first one of the second half. Alex Hamilton feeds it inside and a block shot as the ball goes out of bounds. Fitzgerald with a block shot.
Really did a good job of trying to get the ball up, using his pivot foot well, but he definitely shot it into the hands of the defender, and that's going to get a block shot every time.
You know, Coach, when Chipley had such a swing and momentum going there, I bet you they kind of hated to see halftime come.
You do, as a player, you just get so excited because things are going your way, and so a lot of times it's sometimes hard to generate that momentum again. But if you can stay focused, stay the course, stick with the game plan, then you can come out in the second half still hot, still fired up, still ready to attack and go.
And we have our first foul of the second half. This will be against Kobe McCrary. That will be his 3rd personal. 11 points for Tyrone Sharp, 10 for Alex Hamilton to lead Chipley, 10 points for Willie Holmes, 8 for Cherith Fitzgerald. Marquise Brown on the free throw line right now.
And one of the differences, too, is that West Gadsen is really taking high percentage shots. Although they aren't getting a lot, they're taking high percentage ones as they're 10 for 18, whereas Chipley's taking 29. And so, you know, they're right now being volume scorers.
Well, as you mentioned, Chipley was here in 2003. They lost in the 2A semifinal to P.K. Young of Gainesville by 2. West Gadsden has never been to the Final Four.
And interestingly enough, mentioning P.K. Young, you know, they won it on the girls' side last week. So
there's the offensive rebound and a collision and a whistle against Emmanuel Betson. That will be his 2nd personal. Kelly Neff along with Clarice Garcia, the head women's basketball coach at Palm Beach Atlantic University. She'll be here for a few games today, and I see our other 2 gentlemen are here preparing for their broadcast, which is coming up next, featuring Union County against the Hornets of Hawthorne. Here's the inbounds underneath the basket, way outside once again to Brown. Top of the key. This is Gilliard controlling it on the offense.
And Chipley is really forcing them to extend the court. Oh.
There's a collision. I'm not sure they'll count that basket because it's just shot after the whistle.
I don't believe they will. They definitely had contact before he got the shot out of his shooting hand.
And that will be foul number 1 on Ryan Dawson. There's a 3-pointer off the inbounds and misses everything. I guess you can be a little bit out of your range.
A little bit.
Yeah.
As a coach, you like to see players not so much in NBA range unless that's where you practice consistently.
Brandon Shingles coming up a little empty. That might play into his head a little bit before this game's over. With the ball outside, it is Hamilton. Jump pass just in front of us into the lane, a runner, and it is in and out.
Yeah. And one of the...
I thought that ball was tipped out by Dawson, but apparently not.
They obviously have a better angle.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that. Hamilton on the inbounds. Chipley will throw the ball into the backcourt. In that backcourt, it's McIntyre. Chipley in the white, going from our left to our right. Ball top of the key. Jump pass into the corner where a three-point attempt will be too short. Back on the offensive board. Shot up. Good, no good again.
Oh.
Well, I didn't hear a
His whistle must have broke.
Okay, I didn't hear it. Fouls called against Marquise Brown, his second.
Yeah, now the good thing about that is a lot of times if you do shoot it, you have a better idea of where the ball's going to hit on the rim. And so as he shot it, he absolutely knew it was going to hit the front rim, went in there, attacked, got the rebound, and now gave himself an opportunity to actually score the points while the clock is stopped.
Alex Hamilton. This is the first one. Wow. Maybe they should have taken a little time at halftime to shoot free throws.
I know, as both teams are pretty much shooting 50% after the first half.
Here's the
staying consistent with it now.
Second free throw is good by Hamilton. Makes it a 5-point ball game. It's the largest lead so far of the day for Chipley. Jump shot from three-point range is too hard. Hamilton grabs the rebound. They try a fast break, but the ball's stolen away. And stolen right
away again.
Here comes Chipley. Down court, 1-on-4, and we have a travel.
Yeah, in one of those situations, you know, you have 4 defenders back. Yes, you want to make the athletic play, but you also have to make the smart play, especially in a 5-point game.
Joel Orlando, the coach at Chipley, calling out the play defensively, and apparently that's not what he wanted, as Fitzgerald scores the layup. Jarvis Fitzgerald hits double figures.
And McCrary was trying to flop there and draw the foul.
3-point ball game. At midcourt, Chipley behind the back dribble. Keep the ball alive into the lane, behind the back again, and a reaching in tie up. Good defensive play. That time it was Jarvis Fitzgerald on the defense.
Great defensive player, poor offensive decision there. I don't think he needed to quite take it around the back on that possession.
Kobe McCrary with his 3 fouls checks back in. Tigers inbounding it. They bring it back outside again. There's Tyrone Sharp, inside layup. Scoring that one is Ryan McIntyre, his first 2 points of the game.
And he aggressively attacked that rim.
5-point lead for Chipley again. Into the corner, 3-pointer, too hard.
And it's interesting because in the first half, Chipley was forced to initially shoot a lot of threes, and now West Gadsen is finding themselves shooting a lot outside of the arc.
Cameron Dozier, averaging 18.7 points a ball game without scoring so far today, will go to the line here.
Hopefully looking to draw his first 2 points. And, you know, one of the things that we advocate is just being a student athlete, and he was named Scholar Athlete of the Week. So, you know, he is doing what it takes to keep him on the court, keep him playing, and that is definitely by hitting the books, keeping your academics on point.
And that's one thing you emphasize as a coach.
Absolutely, because if you can't take care of business off the court, you have no business being on the court. You're a student first, athlete second.
Toot your own horn. You were a good student, right? Weren't you like an all-stater or something, academically?
Oh, my goodness, yes. I may or may not have been valedictorian.
Here's Dozier with 2 free throws. Well, we won't have you talk about yourself anymore.
Thank you.
40-33.
Good thing the camera's on our back. I'm blushing.
7-point lead now for Chipley. It's a 19-point swing since that first half.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and West Gadsen is trying to chip away, but they aren't doing it quite successfully.
Can't get that shot. There's a 2-on-1 break, and the layup no good. Shot it a little bit too hard.
Poor angle off of the, jump ball there, but poor angle off the glass there. You know, a better angle gets you that easy layup.
So, West Gadsden will play it in. West Gadsden used to scoring a lot of points. They scored 90 points or more, victory over Liberty County, 96-26 early in the season.
And with about 4:22 left, they've only scored 2 points in this quarter so far. And so, you're almost halfway through the first quarter, only scoring 2 points, and that's not a good pace for scoring.
Yep. They only had 9 in the second quarter. Find the open man, and the ball right in front of us, stolen away. Layup, and it is no good, but a foul is called. Not anything is going well for West Gadsden right now. Chipley to shoot more free throws. Foul is on Kirsten Hinson, his second.
Too bad I can't recruit Hamilton.
Our first free throw by Hamilton. He's a good-looking ball player.
Absolutely.
Free throw's no good, though. Talking about West Gadsden scoring 90 or more points. They scored 80 or more 3 times. 82-45 over South Walton. 81-75 over East Gadsden just 2 days after that. And 83-49 over Franklin County. And he missed both free throws. Ball stripped away. Taken by West Gadsden into the front court. Down low, then back out. And a baseline jumper is good. Have an injured player back here after Hinson made that field goal.
It looks like it's...
Well, that is going to be... Yeah, McCrary. Yeah. We're talking about, since we have a timeout, that the Chipley team is also used to scoring a lot of points, as you may very well deduce by the fact that they play a fast-paced game. They scored 90 points or more twice. Once 92-69 over Freeport. They've scored 70 or more 10 different times this year.
Absolutely. And coming into the game, we talked about Dozer with 21 points per game. And although that is outstanding in the history of the program, their all-time scoring leader is Tony Davis, who averaged 28.9 points a game and ranks first at 2,990 points.
Wow.
And that scoring enabled him to be an outstanding player at University of Florida.
So the Gators know all about him.
Absolutely. And the interesting thing is that Coach Moten was also knows much about the Gators. He was a former Gator. In '83, he graduated and became SEC Freshman of the Year. And he's second all-time scoring in Florida history with 1,930 points.
Wow. So
we got some Gators in the house. We have some people that know how to score, which isn't quite reflected with a 40-35 scoring totals for both opponents right now.
Shooting percentage is 55.6% for, actually 46.2%, I'm sorry, for West Gadsden. 40% for Chipley as Chipley plays the ball in.
And it's quite, go ahead.
Gadsen to drive, but he feeds off, but he's bumped before he feeds off. This will be a foul on Walker, his first.
And it's very interesting. West Gadsen has, been able to keep it at this 5-point differential. They're really having a hard time breaking that barrier. If they could just get it down, protect the ball more, score more on offense, they would do a much better job and have a better scoring differential right now.
The foul was on Caesar and not Walker, as Chipley brings the ball back outside. Out between the two circles, they're going to make West Gadsden come out and challenge them, which they do. Here's Sharp. Sharp with some fancy dribbling, pushes off, gets away with it. Ball on their side and out of bounds. Chipley stepped out of bounds.
I personally thought the court was big enough, but maybe he wanted a bigger court.
Yeah, he needed a little more room.
A little wider there.
The inbounds from Hinson as they make a substitution on the Chipley side. Guys, somebody's got to get off the floor. There's 6 guys out there. There he goes. Officials didn't see that. McIntyre into the front court. Chipley down by as many as 12, now up by 5. Whistle, a blocking foul called on Chipley.
That is definitely a questionable call because I know on that drive the offensive player hooked him. And so, one of those things you have to be careful is, when you are attacking, don't hook. But obviously the officials didn't see it, so he got away with one.
Emmanuel Betson on the foul. That is his third, team foul number 4. The inbounds into the corner. Back outside. West Gadsden drives, shoots and scores. That's Walker on the layup. Now it's a 3-point game again. West Gadsden trying to make a comeback of their own.
And they are trying to slow this fast-paced Chipley team down.
Chipley will lose the handle.
Able to do that.
And a timeout is called after West Gadsden gets the turnover.
That was a great timeout because if it would have gone into a jump ball, it favors Chipley right now. So they needed that timeout to keep that possession, at which point they can get it to possibly a tie game here.
Chipley defeated Baker 62-26. Holmes County 52-47. Paxton 59-32. And Malone 73-63 to get to this semifinal. West Gadsden beat Blountstown 71-56. South Walton 69-41. Cottondale 66-44. And Graceville 66-49 in order to get here to the semifinals. The winner will play either Union County or Hawthorne. They're going to battle in this next to a semifinal. Actually, Union County, they're only 15-13.
I was just going to say, if you notice, if you look at the records, they are only 15-13, but that absolutely does not discount a quality team. And so, although they have experienced more losses than all of the three teams, that they could potentially face, they are a capable, fast-paced defensive team.
Look at them. They lost their first 3 of the year. They had another 3-game losing streak at the midpoint of the season and actually lost 3 of their last 4 regular season games. There's a case of somebody getting hot at the end. Shooting percentages, 40% for Chipley, 48.1% for West Gadsden, who's used just about everybody on their bench.
Absolutely, whereas Chipley is only rotated in 5.
Here's the ball into the front court. And it's stolen away. Chipley on the attack.
And when you have opportunities like that, you really need to capitalize on them.
Back outside for a 3. It's off the iron. And another turnover for West Gadsen. They can ill afford to do that, being down by 3.
I know I'm trying to get out of coaching mode here.
Here's the ball in the backcourt. Into the front court now for West Gadsden. They shoot, they miss it. And the rebound is Chipley. Fast-paced, Chipley down court. Ball now to Dozier. Dozier feeds it inside where a foul is going to be whistled against Ricky Caesar.
Yeah, I think you could have given that foul to maybe 2 different people on that one, 2 to 3. They really collapsed on him and did not let him score that basket.
That'll be Caesar's second foul. And there'll be 2 free throws attempted by Alex Hamilton. Hamilton misses that. He's 1 of 7 from the free throw line. Wow.
And it's been one of those days, I think, with free throw shooting.
He's a 78% free throw shooter, and he's 1 out of 7 in this game. Wow.
And you absolutely need every single point in a contest like this.
Even at that, he's the leading scorer. He has 11. His second free throw attempt is good. And Chipley has a 4-point lead with under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Here in the front court. It's Kirsten Hinson, and the ball's stolen. Nope, not yet. Now it is. There's an easy layup.
High percentage shot. Can't get much better than that. Although I have seen so many missed layups, in the past couple of days. It is easiest, hardest shot in basketball.
Here comes the offense for the Panthers. Down by 6 points right now. We approach the 1.5-minute mark. Jump shot won't go. Rebound tip long. Short jump shot from the lane is good. Hitting that one is Patrick Gilliard.
And they did a much better job there. As a guard, you never want to pick the ball up in the coffin corner because you have the 2 defenders in front of you, the 2 at half court and the sideline, which creates 2 more. So you got 4 defenders there, and that created that turnover.
Chipley passes up the open shot. McIntyre had it, but passed off into the corner. 3-point attempt, no good. And a foul. Bumping foul called against Devontae Gibson.
And that's just a disadvantageous foul there. He was in the air, came down off balance, but he's moving as a defender. So obviously, foul favors the defensive player in that position because he has an established position.
Gibson's first personal. You know, there's only one player on this team for West Gadsden that hasn't played yet today. They've used their bench extensively, and they're within 4 points of the lead. There's a spin, feed back outside. Deep three is off the front of the rim. Plenty of time to come down and score.
He did a really good job of attacking the rim, drawing the defense, and kicking out, because that's what happens when you either have a post-entry pass or dribble penetration.
Here's the ball in the lane, and they lose the handle on it. Here comes Chipley. He gets the shot blocked from behind.
Great defensive play there. You really expect that from your defensive players when you turn the ball over like that.
Lay in by Walker as the pace has quickened considerably. And there's a foul from behind. This will go against Marquise Brown, his third.
And he did it cleanly the first time. They got him with the foul on the second time. But either way, did you see how high he hopped?
Man, he was well above the rim. So with just 11 seconds left to go, Chipley's lead down to 2.
And not a lot of coaching needed there with that athleticism in those past few possessions.
I just felt like sitting back and watching. It was going back and forth so much. Free throw by Chipley's no good. McCrary will get a second try.
I guess for both teams, it's best, you know, if one team's missing that many and the other team's missing about as many, you know, it's okay. But if one team's really hitting it, it makes a huge difference in this game.
McCrary's a 57% free throw shooter. He's now 3 out of 6. And now 3 out of 7. Little line violation, so West Gadsden will get the ball and a chance to tie it up before the end of the quarter.
And McCrary there knew exactly where the ball was going to hit. He just not wait long enough to attack for the offensive rebound.
The feed underneath. No good. Rebound. Running jump shot will be off the iron. We are at the end of the third period. 43-41. Chipley has the lead. Stick around. The fourth quarter is coming up.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
An odd game for Chipley, kind of a seesaw battle. They only scored 10 points in the first quarter, exploded for 25 in the second quarter. And Charisse, they were held to 8 in the third quarter, so their lead's only 2.
Absolutely, and as fast-paced as this game has been, you know, West Gadsden's down 5 at the half, and now they're only down 2. So although, you know, you've seen that fluctuating and differential in the score, they're still only down 2. And as a coach, you preach that. You say, okay, 1 possession game. We've got to come in now, focus on defense, not prevent them to get easy transition points. And when we have the opportunity to get on the free throw line, because they are going to, West Gadsden is in the bonus with 7, so next foul they get to the free throw line. Chipley's in 4, not quite there in the bonus, but having the opportunity to score when the clock is stopped is going to be the difference in this game, because as both teams are shooting 50% from the free throw line.
7 turnovers in that quarter for the Panthers, and it appeared, it seemed like they were all in a row. I mean, West Gadsden just kept turning the ball over at critical times, allowing Chipley to get as much as a 7-point lead. And right now they have a 2-point advantage as they play the ball in. Cameron Dozier slowing things down a little bit for Chipley.
And this is a very important possession, because this will either keep you within a 1-possession game or extend it back to a 2-possession game.
McIntyre back out far side. Tyrone Sharp, who was held scoreless in the third period. He was the leading scorer at halftime with 11. Playing it outside, defense being played by Hinson. At the point guard, Dozier starts to drive, stops. Hook pass in near side, 3-point attempt is off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, putback is tipped in. Hamilton with the bucket.
And again, it's a four-point game now, 45-41.
Into the front court comes Sheriff Fitzgerald. He'll pull up, jump shot, rims out. Rebound to McCrary. Leading rebounder in the ball game for Chipley is Hamilton with 8. With the ball near side, Sharp backs up a couple of steps. Feeds the ball on the left. Jump pass near side. Directing the offense from the point guard position is Tyrone Sharp. Ball tipped and stolen.
Stolen
right back again in a layup. That's Dozier. All of a sudden he's come alive in the second half.
Absolutely, and West Gadsen is needing to take better care of the ball every possession game right now.
Here with the ball near side, it's Fitzgerald. Feeds it inside. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Well, Chipley, led by Coach Joel Orlando, who was the Coach of the Year in Class 3A in 2011. Now they're down to 1A.
And that's due probably in part to the reclassification, I would assume.
They have 8 classes now instead of 6. Baseline move. West Gadsden in a little trouble. Their travel. Turnover number 22 on the day for West Gadsden.
And that is not going to get you great possessions there.
No. They're down by 6 with 6:02 to go. Alex Hamilton in that backcourt. Dozier walking the ball up.
And just looking at the offensive efficiency or lack thereof of West Gadsen on a few of these possessions, they need to not let that happen.
Yep. Here's a 3-point play attempt. McCrary scores the bucket. Gets fouled by Taryn Fitzgerald. And McCrary will try to become the third Tiger to hit double figures. And he will not get it. Rebound to Brown. Still an 8-point lead though. And the ball loose on the floor and a jump ball or a foul.
I believe it's a foul. Can't quite jump on someone. If he's going for the ball, that's one thing, but he definitely jumped on top of him. So rightly called foul there.
Foul on Fitzgerald, that's his 4th. I've always thought that same way, that if you jump on top of a player, it should be an automatic foul.
Absolutely.
Because the ball's underneath the player.
Absolutely. And, do you just have to be smart? I understand you want to tie the ball up because the jump ball is in their favor. We understand, you've got to get on the floor to get it, but there are ways to do that, and jumping on the opposing team player is not the way.
Hamilton misses his free throw. Boy, if they lose this game.
I really hope this doesn't come back to bite them in the butt, not making these free throws.
They have missed a ton.
But just in the game of basketball, you see that so much that it haunts you.
Swarming defense for Chipley. West Gadsden down by 8 after being up by 12. There's a block. It will be a block.
It is a block. It does look like it will send him to the free throw line.
Alex Hamilton's 2nd personal foul.
And although it does look, and I know the fans are not happy about that call, although it did look like a charge, his feet were still moving. He didn't establish himself. It wasn't displacement. Fitzgerald
to shoot free throws. It's a good thing for Fitzgerald. That would have been his 5th foul.
Oh, that is not a position they need him to be in with about 5:17 left in this 8-point game.
Here's his first free throw. He got it. Fitzgerald's now the leading scorer for his team. He's 6 of 7 from the free throw line. As a team, they're only 9 of 17. Chipley, 9 of 20. On the free throw line, it's Fitzgerald again. And it is good.
And that's a crucial conversion of those free throws. You absolutely need that right now when you're down by this much at this point in the game.
12 points for Fitzgerald to lead his Panther team. 49-43 Chipley with the upper hand, trying to reach the championship game in Class 1A. There's a drive at the baseline and a score by McIntyre.
And that was a great penetration kick there.
Inbounds, tipped away.
Oh, I saved it.
Hey, good hands, coach.
Thanks.
Ball lost out of bounds. Chipley turning
my
it over.
Shoulder out.
I saved the computer and he saved the ball. In the front court, near side, jump shot, no good. Here comes Sharp, all the way down. Oh, it gets blocked out of bounds by Brown.
That ball would have been going down. It would have been goaltending there, but great defensive play there. Great no foul, too. He had the opportunity to not let him score by fouling, but he did a better job of getting back, getting in position, and swatting that shot into almost the first row of the bleachers.
Yeah, got any players in your team who can get up that high?
Not quite. We are going to get him on the Vertimax, though, so maybe by the end of preseason.
Okay. Ball back outside. 4.5 minutes left to go in the period. Chipley with an 8-point lead, the largest lead of the game. Shot no good, rebound high in the air. Fitzgerald again, loses the handle on the ball. Here comes Chipley at the slam.
And the Tigers have very much asserted themselves defensively, and they are attacking, stealing the ball, converting.
There's an air ball on a 3-point attempt. It looks like West Gadsden is in panic mode right now. Down by 10 with 4 minutes to go.
And that is a tough spot to be, to go from 2 points to 10 points. You know, basketball, though, is a game of runs, and 4 minutes is more than enough time for them to chip away and get this done, but they have to take much better care of the ball.
Well, we saw Chipley with one of the most impressive 7-point runs I've ever seen in that second period. Ball tipped in midcourt, into the corner near side.
It was almost thrown away, but they recovered nicely.
Under 4 minutes remaining. We're in the fourth period. Looking for only the most wide open shot they can get.
And, you know, without a shot clock, you are able to extend the defense, run a delay game, and, you know, really protect the ball, force them to foul you.
Some people don't like this as fans, but I don't mind it. There's actually a lot of strategy going on right here.
Absolutely. You know what? I don't like it for the fact that it doesn't prepare them for college, but you have to think strategy. And if I don't have a shot clock and I'm a high school coach, I am delaying the heck out of the game.
Yeah. Well, that one didn't work for Chipley. They turned the ball over.
But I have also seen it shoot teams in the foot as well.
53-43. We talked about Josh Myers. He got into the game in the first half. He was a member of the football team along with Tyler Oliver, Kobe McCrary, and Ryan McIntyre. They were in the finals in December. Chipley football team having a very successful season. So they were members of that team as well. And they are members of a team that looks like it might be playing in the championship game against either Union County or Hawthorne. Now you have that game coming up next. And the Hawthorne Hornets and the Union County Tigers, they're right there in the locker room, and they're just getting nervous as all get out right now.
Absolutely, and consistent with the football players turned basketball players in the winter season, both of those teams coming up, Hawthorne and Union County, they're full of football players as well.
Coach, when you're in a 1A school, you can't really afford to concentrate on one sport because there aren't that many guys in the school. You got to play multiple sports.
Absolutely, and the good thing, you know, I know it does take a time away from the main sport that you want to devote your time to. You know, some people argue that you become a jack of all trades, master of none, but it is good for functional athletic movement that you see, you know, on the football field, in the basketball game. So it does condition you for it, does prepare you for it. Obviously, football gets you stronger because you are in the weight room a lot.
Well, here comes West Gadsden, who has a lot of work to do, down by 10 with 3 minutes to go. That'll help. A runner in the lane.
That's a great lift.
Charis Fitzgerald with the bucket. Now they got to get some stops, and they're going to get an over and back here.
Yes, they are. And a turnover.
And with 20 turnovers on the day, Chipley will turn the ball over to West Gadsden. Well, they can score a bucket here and get this thing back to 6. They can certainly poise themselves ready for a long run for the last 3 minutes. 39% shooting for Chipley, 42% shooting for West Gadsden.
And it will be interesting to see what strategy they use to make their comeback.
And that's not going to help turn the ball over.
I don't think that was the strategy.
Chipley's going to get fouled. They didn't draw that one up on the chalkboard.
No, and I know the coach is not happy with that one.
Wow, they really needed that.
They did, absolutely.
That will be Zedarius Barium, his first personal foul. To the line goes Cameron Dozier. Dozier 2 of 2 in free throws in this game. Young man averages almost 19 and has only 6.
And that, he's been pretty consistent. He's 2 for 2, probably the highest percentage free throw shooter at this point, but that now makes him 2 for 3, bumps him down a little bit.
They're 9 of 21 from the free throw line.
What a different game this would be if they were both making the free throws.
Yeah, because West Gadsden is 3 of 11. No, excuse me, 10 of 18 in the front court. There's a drive, a shot won't go. Foul on the rebound called against Chipley. And they're not in the bonus yet.
Yeah. Because in a close game like this, you're shooting 10 for 18. That's 8 more points. And in a game like this, you absolutely need those 8 points.
That would have been a 1-point game.
Absolutely.
2:31 left to play in the fourth period. Ball outside, stolen again. And then stolen right back. Here comes West Gadsden, and they will get the block.
That was a valiant effort on defense there to take the charge, but again, he was moving.
That'll be Cameron Dozier. And to the free throw line will go Keon Walker. He averages 3.7 points a game, and he has 7 already. One of the few seniors. They only have 3 seniors on the whole team.
Which is good for them. Their future is bright. They will lose scoring, but they do have a stacked team coming back.
And they missed the free throw. Well, the Panthers' fewest points they've scored in a game this year is 53. Right now they have 45. They lost 65-53 to Columbia of Lake City. Free throw by Walker is good.
And Coach Orlando is quite happy with that because I'm sure one of their game plan points was to limit their scoring.
Here comes the ball inside. Whoops, stolen away. And then stolen right back again.
I feel like we've said that a lot today.
Yep. Shot is up. 2 shot opportunities, and neither one will fall, but we have another whistle. That'll stop the action. Foul on number 15. That is Barium, his second personal foul.
And I think he could have done a better job there without drawing contact on the arm. He could have definitely blocked that, but he did slap him on the arm. So that is going to send McCurry to the line.
McCurry now 4 out of 8 from the free throw line, 12 points, 1 of 3 Tigers in double figures. Back to a 9-point lead with 2:07 left to play. McCurry, the sophomore, who stands at 5'11", takes a look, puts it up, and it is off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound and the whistle.
It almost looks as if they planned it so they could get the offensive board and control the possession.
And Chipley calls timeout. Well, these two teams are battling to see who gets in the state championship game. Will it be the team from Chipley? Will it be the team from Greensboro? Both of these coaches are from Florida. Joel Orlando, a graduate of Niceville High School, who has a very good program in their own right. And Coach Bolton from West Gadsden, a graduate from Quincy, Florida. He's a Gator, went to the University of Florida. While Coach Orlando went out of state, went to play at the University of South Mississippi. He actually was at Niceville until the 07 season, when he decided to move on over to Chipley. In their first 3 years, Coach, were not good at all. They were 13-14, 11-16, then 4-16 back in 2010. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. They went from 4-16 one year to 27-1.
What a great turnaround, and that is outstanding. That shows remarkable dedication in the offseason.
Coach Orlando Kind of looking preppy over there on the sidelines. Got that old blue jacket on. Looks like a soccer coach, doesn't he?
Hoosier style of sorts.
In the inbounds, Chipley plays it in. That should be a travel right there.
Should be.
It
He
wasn't.
definitely got off the
Shot will not be good. And a bumping foul. That will be foul number 4 on Alex Hamilton. 1:59 left to play. It's a 9-point ball game. Boy, that's one thing Chipley doesn't want, is for the clock to stop and give the other team an opportunity to score.
Absolutely, because when that clock is stopped, you know, a lot of things happen.
On the free throw line will be Keon Walker. Walker, 2 of 4 in free throws in this game. There it is. It's good.
You know, and this now gives them an opportunity not only to chip into this lead, but also set up in a press, which could result in a Chipley turnover.
Great game for Walker. He has 9 points. Second free throw will not be good. Boy, high in the air is Kobe McCrary to get that rebound.
He did. He knew his team needed it. He controlled it. And that was a great no shot by McIntyre right there. You don't need that there. You need to delay the game, protect the ball, obviously.
Ball's kicked. It'll be playing. Yeah, I thought McIntyre did a good job because he was open.
Yes.
Could have attacked the basket, but decided instead to bring it out.
And that's just good coaching there. I'm sure Coach Orlando has preached time and score and game situations there, and they know right there, hey, we don't need that 3.
You're going to take that one, though.
Why not?
Dozier with 9. It's a 10-point lead again.
Seems that those have been higher percentage shots than free throws.
West Gadsden needs to score a bunch. In the lane. Little crossover step and they score.
And in spite of it, you know, it's still only a 4-possession game.
There's plenty of time, 1:15 to go. But they need to get a stop.
They do.
They need to get the ball back because the Tigers aren't going to be looking to score unless they get a shot right in there like this.
If you're going to foul, that's a good foul. Don't let him get a 3-point play here, potential for a 3-point play here. Just let him score 2 here. But if it's consistent with how they're shooting free throws, it may only be 1 point here.
So Darius Berrien will be the foul on him for 3 for the ball game. And it's Alex Hamilton on the line. There's a good time to start making them.
But he then may, if he makes this one, he extends up to, again, a 10-point game.
They were down by 12 in the first half, up by 10 on a couple of occasions, and now 3 occasions. West Gadsden seeing its season slip away. There's a drive and a score.
Great score. Scored there in about 5 seconds. So.
And a foul in the backcourt. I believe it's going to go against Walker. Let's make sure.
Yep.
Well, everything from here on out is 2-shot free throws.
It is, and one of the things that I know the fans are yelling, the coaches are yelling, but they did let extra time go off that clock. And in a game like this, you need every second, every tenth of a second possible.
Onto the free throw line goes Chipley's Tyrone Sharp. He had 11 points at the break and hasn't scored since. He'll get a second try. Coach Bowden watching his team lose a 12-point lead and now trying to come back from a 10-point deficit. Second free throw. Sharp, the freshman, off the bench with 11 points. And makes it.
The Panthers jumped out to such a strong start, and I think they got shell-shocked when Chipley went on their first run, and since then they just haven't been able to have a run quite the equivalent.
There's a 3-point attempt that will fall short. Chipley on the rebound. They're just too quick. They can't get to anybody to foul them. Whoa, I thought he was coming right at us. There's a whistle, reaching and foul.
If he would have kept dribbling, we would have been.
I would have ducked. I don't know about you. Foul called against Brandon Shingles. So to the free throw line will go Ryan McIntyre. He can put the finishing touches on this thing right here.
Almost by some divine act of God, they are
another missed
not in a
free
good
throw.
position to come back.
I don't think there's enough time. McIntyre. Second free throw is no good. West Gadsden has the ball stolen away. There's a layup, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be out of bounds to Chipley.
And that may have put the nail in the coffin for this feisty attacking Panthers team that just seemed to let turnovers be a factor.
Coming up a little bit later on, we have the other Class 1A semifinal. The Tigers of Union County against the Hornets of Hawthorne. Then you move into Class 2A, where you have the Warriors of Orlando Christian Prep against the Rattlers of FAMU. The Union County Hawthorne game will probably be about 20 to 25 minutes after the completion of this one. Right now it is 60 to 51, a 9-point lead for Chipley. There was a point in that first quarter, Coach, where I thought this was going to be a blowout and that West Gadsden was going to be the one doing the blowing out.
Yes, from the way they started it really did look as if it would be that way, but basketball's a crazy sport. Anything can happen.
As all of a sudden, in the second period, Chipley went on that tremendously impressive 7-0 run that took about 10 seconds. And they came out with a halftime lead of 35-31. And they've increased that lead to now 9. And the inbounds will be under the Chipley basket. Back outside on the pass. It's Sharp. And Sharp will be fouled. This will be against Hinson. So Sharp will go to the line.
With the way the free throw situation is going, if the Panthers could just convert or just transition, get points up on the board, it would be an advantageous situation for them. But they're having a hard time putting points up.
And we look at the stats and we see that West Gadsden has missed 9 free throws, and they trail by 9 points. Here's Sharp to the line. Puts up the first one, misses. Fight for the rebound, taken by West Gadsden. They have to come down court quickly, and they throw the ball away again.
Hamilton did a great job with the ball control there.
28 turnovers for West Gadsden. And a foul by Shingles. So West Gadsden will say goodbye to Kion Walker, Cedarius Berrien, and Willie Holmes. Those 3 combined for 23 points today. Those are the only 3 seniors on this Panther team. Free throws?
Free throws.
Wow.
And that's the sad thing. When you go back and look at the stats after this game, you know, these players are going to be like, man, you know, we had it. We coulda, woulda, shoulda. You don't ever want to leave a court saying coulda, woulda, shoulda.
This could be their largest lead of the game right here. McIntyre will get the free throw. Here comes West Gadsden with their last gasp and a slam dunk.
You almost have to wonder where that was all game, you know, and I know the defense isn't going to foul there, but man.
So it's a 9-point victory for the Chipley Tigers, 62-53. Coming back from a 12-point deficit to win it by 9. Well, Coach, thank you very much. You'll be able to make a comparison now after the next game.
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to buy a DVD of this broadcast now, go to FHSAAsports.com. You will be able to order as many copies as you would like, and they will take care of everything for you as Coach Orlando and his Chipley Tigers go to the championship game tomorrow at 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for our first game of the day. The final score again, Chipley 62, West Gadsen 53. I'm Kelly Neff.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.